Welcome back to AVPlays. Welcome back to Big Ambitions. And we are picking right back up where we left off on Wednesday, day 157. It is 5:30 p.m. Yesterday we made $901,000 and we just completed our second line in this factory. We are going to work on adding a third one for this Sandman phone line. So let's go ahead and look at what we've got. I'm going to grab these two consumer assembly things, and I'm going to add them here. I'm going to try and replicate this as good as possible. That way we are getting as much done as we can, or as getting it as efficiently done as we can. Wow. So we want it to line up with these. So here, we want it to be here. And I'm going to say we're going to put it here. And we'll see if that gets us anywhere. Put the other one here as well. Just this side is so snugly placed that it is difficult to plan it out, but we will be. Input station, of course. And of course, these are both backwards. So let's flip them around. This one's going here. The laser cutting machine, I can place it, but we don't need it quite yet. Grab that. Correct. We're just condensing a little bit. Those are input stations, so let's go ahead and use these. Wonderful. This one's going here. That one's going there. Let's turn this guy around. And this one, like I mentioned, it's just a lot more condensed than the other areas. So you have a lot less space to mess up as well. But we can push this one over a little bit. Push this one. Wonderful. Okay. The ideal scenario is we should be able to walk through here to get to the other side. Doesn't look like we can, but that doesn't mean we can't push this one over a little bit. So let's go look at what else we have and need. Those are the conveyor belts. Actually, let me grab this. We're grabbing these from here. And yes, that is all we have left, but might as well go ahead and finish setting up this part. So we are putting that in here. Putting this here. Up and go down one. Putting this here. And then, of course, that's going to go here. All right, guys, we're going to head back home. And I'm going to move that actually to here. Let's take sorry, guys. Let's take this flatbed. All right. Knocks that. Now let's go ahead and drop these over here as well. And I'm hoping we have enough space to at least make some of the other electronics. It's not looking too promising, but we'll see. Yeah, great. Doesn't look like there's parking over here. I guess we can park all the way over here. This really negates the purpose of having the personal vehicle if we can't park in front of our house. Kind of sucks. But hey, and let's go ahead and kill the rest of this day. We'll do the same thing. We'll wake up as close to 10 as possible, which means we'll wake up with quite a bit of new employees waiting for us. Let's look at those logistics alerts. Not enough inventory. That's wonderful. Incomplete. Okay. Let's look at what we made yesterday for phones. And we have 157. Not bad. Not as exciting as we thought it would be. But we also don't have these lines working as efficiently as we would like. So we have a lot of room to grow with them. And it is Thursday. So we'll have to, tomorrow, we will have to, one, stop spending money. And two, we'll have to look into adding a new logistics manager, delivery driver to deliver the items we're purchasing, and all of that. So we really have one more day of improving this factory, and maybe we won't add a third product or a second product line quite yet until our supply order goes and all of this catches up. I'll take this corner. And let's head it. And we need a kiln and another consumer goods assembly machine. And I believe more inputs. We'll grab 4 inputs for now, but definitely more conveyor belts, as always. Can never have too many conveyor belts. So we're going to go ahead and buy another 8. And let's head over to our factory and figure out what we can do with this line. Murray? What's that in? And the issue I'm having with this is it just looks so backed up. I'm not sure we are producing at the rate in which we can, if that makes sense. And no wonder we are doing live. This is microphone, speaker, this cool microphone. But, and to count that, but this is why, guys, this is why. Maybe that's the audio module. But you see, these lines are very backed up. Maybe we could benefit from offboarding them to another consumer assembly, but it's really hard to determine if that's the best course of action. But of course, like, when we're seeing all of this, it just seems like it did be. We'll keep looking. We'll keep thinking. This goes here. All of this. And I'm going to have each of these meet into this. A lot different than what we have over here, just because it's just space. I'm wondering if the kiln region succeed. This goes to that one. So that can go here, that goes here, kiln goes here. Have the battery set up over there. So not a BS. Good. You go here. See what we can build out. That's one piece done. And another. This goes to the output station. And what's super important here is the way we get to this. This has to wrap around the input station. So we'll definitely be moving those quite a bit more. And completing this line first, to me, is most important because it determines how everything's going to move. So I'm going to move this back a little bit more. Now, What of this? So this needs to wrap around this person's legs pretty much. And I think this gives them enough space. And this also needs to do this, unfortunately, so that people can walk through it. All right. So, and how did we'll get back here? Is it possible? I don't think so. So we'll have to move this an inch over. That doesn't hurt because that means our cone is a little bit closer to the endpoint. Or this is a little bit closer to the endpoint. To make sure you can still walk. Here you can. All right, let's go by a lot more conveyor belts. Perfect. No wonder. Yeah. Can absolutely fix this here. Oh, we should. Never mind. We can only fill up. Oh, find where he looks the car. We're going. What am I doing? Right. And one more set. And yes, I am buying all 24 because they will become useful. It's important. We'll leave the cart there. Head back in. let's go complete this line, and hopefully that'll give us a good chunk of phones to start selling on Monday, which means we'll begin opening up an electronics store on Monday. All right, let's go ahead and grab a flat then. Let's grab 8 of these. And now I'm wondering if having the kiln like this saves space, but I don't think it really does. I am surprised though. Declined up exactly like I would like it. Except we have to move everything up a little bit. It's perfectly fine. It actually gets film off the wall post second. Puts it on the wall post. Do we maybe want to do this? That'll probably be helpful. Go here. Go here. All right. That sets one bit of line up. Now we have to figure out this. And it is off a little bit. So we will have to see how we do that. And I already think doing this maybe this, we'll see. Let's adjust in the other one. So let's do this. Go. And okay, no, that doesn't give them room. This is where things get difficult. I suppose you can fill off one of these lines because they are extra. I shouldn't have sold that input, but oh well. Perfect. And this is another line done. You just have to go back to grab one more input. I'm going to go ahead and hire all of these guys. Probably going to be quite a few. Wow. All right. There. This is still losing money, but hey, pricing is good. Pricing is good. We got up to 8 yesterday. We sold 70. So we'll leave it at this pricing for a little bit, and we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully we start making money on that. It's the only business that's losing money. full time scheduled. Okay. Did I just miss one? Okay, we're really getting somewhere with these. You might actually have enough. I said that too soon, but we will by the end of today. I love that. That's exciting. Okay, part-timers. Perfect. And let's go ahead and set this up. So what we actually would like it to be. So we know this is going to be the audio medium. This needs to have speaker. Microphone. Microphone. On default. Why these guys aren't moving, I don't know. Now, this is going to be the other one. And then I'm blanking on what the other one is, so let's look. And that is going to be circuit board, which is capacitors, copper 5 laminate. So start here. Capacitor. Copper clad laminate. Integrated circuits, resistors, and transistors. So integrated circuits, resistors, transistors, and this was the circuit board. Right? Now, it's a molded smartphone that coming from the kiln, so plastic. And molded smartphone. The laser machine takes glass. Know that. And what does it create itself? Can't remember. A screen, of course. Yep. And lastly, you're making this animand phone. So you just need to go grab another input. So we'll do that. And while we're there, let's look at what we need to make the Other smartphone. And we have more employees, so let's go ahead and take care of that. And hopefully that covers everything here. Looks like it will. That's exciting. We'll see. The factory's up and running at 100% for now. And I'm going to assume the other smartphone is going to need exactly the same structure. Don't know, but it seems logical. Let's go ahead and park, head in. Let's see. So we know we need an input. Let's look at everything else. Unless it makes sense to turn this one into a Xanamin, not moving guy. I'm sorry. A Xanamin shop. Here we make the smartwatches. Because it looks like it could kind of be the same process. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So we need the audio module small, which is going to consist of the input station and the consumer goods assembly machine, as always. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One. We need the circuit board small, which is input station, consumer goods assembly. So 5 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And that is going to be the beginning of that second line, second product. But we won't be finishing that. All right, we were supposed to go down that road. I'm so lucky I didn't hit either of those cars. I don't even want to know how much it would cost to fix this. Here and Lard. Let's see. Let's cut these over and the corner. Ideally, this one would replicate this, but of course, we are going to unable to use that. So we're gonna have to get creative, which means I think we're gonna start here and see where this brings us. Oh, sorry. Almost forgot about this. Then that means the other one will have to come over here. What's down here? There's a conveyor belt. Put this down for batteries. And now let's go ahead. Hire this newest batch of factory workers. All right. It would be nice if the smartphone just took a little bit less, or if like the consumer goods assembly was object specific. That way, the lines just weren't so big and pegged. You take what you get. And add more the price. So this has to go over a little bit. Remember, we have to give enough space for people to walk through. I think we're deciding that you can live without that. That's a conveyor belt. Perfect. Keeps going. So this needs to go back a couple inches. That way they not walking the person working there. We know it feels like would still might it. Perfect. And let's go ahead and think we're gonna skip the rest of today. And we'll continue. We'll probably pick right back up on Monday after our next purchase order. That way, we have enough money to continue on. So I'm going to go ahead and have call. Actually, I'm going to call the taxi service. And yeah, we'll pick you guys right back up on Monday. All right, it is Monday morning. We went through our purchase order. Of course, we have a few logistics things that need to be taken care of, but that is going to work itself out. We made $894,000 yesterday. We have $1.3 million in the bank, and today is the day that we're going to look at Google Maps, retail, and we're going to look in Lower Manhattan, and I think it's going to wind up being this place. That's an M1. Wow, I want this. Let me click on this store. There we go. Oh, that is a low traffic score. Yeah. Trying to think of if we want a 30 or 75 for our electronics. I think we're going to go with the 75. It doesn't hurt. And we are opening up our very first electronics store. And play electronics it is. I'll add. And honestly, we might be able to get away with opening up one in Industry City as well. Let's look at Market Insider. So Lower Manhattan wants electronics. Industry City also wants electronics. So that's what we're going to give them. And right now we have the Zanman Rhythm by Trey and the Noise Boss, which, not many people want the Noise Boss. But that's fine. Let's go ahead. We'll start on this one, and then we'll expand into Industry City as well. So this is really exciting. Let's look at what the electronics store needs, and we're going to head over to AJ Peterson. So let's hop in. And I think we can take a pause. We'll leave those, but we're going to not here. Well, headhunters. Sorry, guys. We're going to pause on recruiting for factory workers and bump open full time. So 4 days a week is good. That's a fit. All right. So this is a huge store, as the other ones have been as well. So this one is going to be, we're going to have a lot of products in here. And I'm wondering if maybe we'd even want to consider, let's see, oh, I thought it doesn't pause when you do that. You can additionally sell soda. Okay. So I think maybe we'll throw in some jewelry in there as well. We'll see. So we have the product tables. How many does each table hold? So let's just go ahead and display product. Product capacity 12 for 10. So we'll need 7 of these for each product. Okay, so might as well go all out. And it'll kind of look like, I think in my mind, like an Apple store, maybe. You just have a line of tables, people can look at the product. That to me makes sense. Not that. Actually, let's look at the electronics factory. Do you need any other people working? Okay. So we didn't add any machines while we were off camera, but we never staffed the machines that line that we started. So I'm just going to do that now, and we'll keep working on this. We're not done in the factory by any means, but might as well put the products that we added to work. Okay. And one is about part-timers. I know we got some complaints from the part-timers that weren't working, so we'll probably wind up losing some of these guys. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. I'll let them quit on their own. And let's head over to our new store. Play graphics, of course, still losing money. That is because the weekends are atrocious. Like me, I think we'll wind up doing this on the weekend. Maybe two. So it's not worth it to, sorry, I keep getting distracted. It's not worth it to keep trying to keep a business alive that is losing us money. So we'll check that out. I know the pricing people are like, we're making pretty much $50 an hour on the store itself. So hopefully that'll even out eventually. But it won't if we keep paying people to work when there's no demand for them. Oh, good. And here is our new store. Let's check it out. Of course, it looks very similar to the rest of the stores that we have. But we'll be able to do something like, okay, a row of maybe like this. And we can probably spread them out a lot more. Just not enough where it feels weird. And that's an 8. You only want 7. So this one will kind of be like the introduction to the product. And then we'll start again over here. Take setting. Okay, so you've got 1.5, 1, 2. 1.5. So hold on. That's half. So this one needs to go back. And that makes it equal. There we go. Just plot that there. I think we had them perfect to begin with. Wonderful. Now we have a whole next row. And maybe we'll be able to, well, never mind. I was going to say maybe we'll be able to condense those a little because looks like they're taking up a lot of space, but we have all of this to think about. So there's plenty of space. And that gives us, actually, let's go back to 10. And we know to start off, I'm going to put the Xanaman phone in the middle because it's the best. Pretty sure this is like the most expensive product in the game. Could be wrong. And, oh, okay. Oh, never mind. These are going to be the noise buds. And these are going to be the rhythm by trays. So we need 5 more display tables to start. So let's go back to AJ Peterson, get those 5. And we did update the purchasing order in this most recent purchasing order to order the noise, Voss, and the rhythm by trays. Which I'll have to admit, I feel like rhythm by tray is a lot cooler of a name than beats by Dre. But I could be incorrect on that. And maybe it's because you've heard beats for so long. Okay, so there's our 5. And I was gonna buy like these registers, but I do feel like for a store of this caliber, that kind of personal interaction with your cashier is so important. So I think I'm going to stick with these. And I can never remember what the cash register gives you. So it's 20. So yeah, 4 or. And I think we will put out signs here. Maybe like some tables for people to enjoy themselves. Now we'll buy some couches. Kind of give it the luxury feel. Oh, I didn't remove the signs. So yeah, we're gonna head over to Ika Bohag and grab some couches at some point as well. Looks like we have our employees jumping in, so that's exciting. We'll also need security and cleaning. So let's go ahead and start on security guard hunting. Because this is definitely like the most important aspect. And let's head back over. We'll finish this. Then we will head over to essentials and grab the bathroom stuff, the security cameras that are going to cover every single inch of this store. Then we will grab some couches and hopefully we'll be able to open this like pretty immediately. Come on. I just want to drive recklessly. Let me. All right. And let's place out these last tables. I don't think I've owned an electronics store in this game quite yet. This has definitely been a playthrough of firsts with you guys. And I think I'm going to place the signs. Sorry, lights. Place it right over. Am I not able to place it right over the table? Oh, I guess we'll put it in front. There we go. And the cash registers, maybe we'll place like this. 2 on either side. I'll have to see if these are perpendicular, aligned, whatever. And I know for a fact they're not. Well, maybe they are. Hold on. Maybe I got it right. I do want to give our employee a little bit more room, though. Wonderful. Let's head over to essentials. And this might be a store that gets open today, which is just amazing how fast it can be done now. And we're gonna go outrageous with the security cameras. So let's buy the bathroom stuff first, which I think we'll grab 4 stalls. Start here. All right, we'll need 2 more sinks, some hand dryers, vacuum side, soap dispenser. And then let's see how many of these we can grab at once. And back to our store we go. And we're going to do some overkill of making sure every inch of our store is covered by these cameras. We want no one to be able to steal from us. We'll start with the bathroom stuff, of course. Well, our building. Okay, this is a different setup than we usually do, but I think it kind of makes sense. That way there's enough space between the stalls and the sinks. Soap dispenser. Could I only buy one soap dispenser? Well, my fault. Place the other hand dryer here. Drop a water fountain here. We don't need a second one. What did I sell? Oh, okay. And let's start placing these cameras. And as I've mentioned pretty much every time, how I'm doing this, overkill, absolutely don't need to do it this way. I just enjoy covering the store. No one shall steal from us. All right, let's go ahead and let's head back to essentials one more time. Finish buying those security cameras. We'll buy security locker, some cleaning, like the cleaning thing, some of the storage shelves, and get that all taken care of. And by the time we look at these employees, we're going to have so many to hire. So let's grab this. Oh, we'll probably also not to need the storage baskets. That would make sense. Let's grab 5 of these, I guess. Or and 2 sides. Security locker. And I don't think they have the uniform lockers here. That's okay. We'll actually come back in and grab one more security locker as well, because I feel like having 2 security guards is necessary. Wonderful. And let's head back over. Then we're going to head over to our warehouse and we're going to grab the products to staff this. We'll staff the store and we'll open it. And that'll be our Monday, adding another store to our empire, which I believe makes this number 29 for businesses we have running right now. So let's start. Well, we'll grab what we grab. We could definitely, yeah, we should have brought 4 of these. The cleaning station can go here. Oh, drop off these. Tuck them in the back corner here. The security signs will go on each side here. Let people know that they are being watched. Stealing from my store is a really stupid thing to do. Now let's finish placing some of these cameras. Let's go grab the last bit. No products shall go uncovered. Might as well cover the back here while we have the space. Or the extra cameras, I should say. Wonderful. This looks great. Let's go look at who we have to hire. $36 employees. And these 36 employees, let's look at Google Maps. Let's look at an electronics store. Wonderful. One very close. 10 to 20 and 8 to 22. So, wow, very expensive business. So 10 to 20 is where we're going to start. So let's look at that. And that is going to give us that. What does this give us? We'll do that. And we'll see how much we lose out. Wonderful. Saturdays. We're going to do that. And what does that give us for hours? 12. So let's just. All right. We'll do that for the weekends. Wonderful. We don't have any cleaning employees. But I'm sure we have full time. Yes. Great. And so all we need is full timers, or sorry, cleaners. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up some of these extra employees that we have on the schedule while we have time. And I'll actually skip this part. All right, perfect. So we've got that taken care of. Now, let me update these signs. Noise, but and pricing is going to be a little bit difficult to figure out. So, okay, we know 202 is the cheapest in the area, so let's go 195.50. Xanaman 1556 even. We'll go with, and 543 even. And if you catch me spending $543 on headphones, those better be magic. I I don't even know what would convince anyone to spend that amount of money. No judgments, but wow. And let's go grab them from our warehouse. Let me through. And this warehouse is getting very close to being full. But that typically it only happens one of the days because of how we handle everything. So it's not every day that it'll be full. Martinis. Just looking for electronic stuff, guys. If anyone sees it, let me know. Okay. We'll have to go down this way. Okay, there we go. Sit there. We'll start with 4. We'll see. Noise boss. There we go. We'll probably need more, but I'll say we'll come back if we wind up needing more. All right. We're just looking for the Xanaman. There we go. 1, 2. 34. I know for a fact we have more than 4 boxes of this again. We've got 7. Love 8. There we go. And I forgot to switch over our headhunter. We'll do that now. Well, once we get to the store, after we drop these off and open. Oh, and we'll also need to grab paper bags as always. Always forget those. That has to happen before we can even open. So, and there, those are our phones. Chilling. Very exciting. Let's leave this behind. Let's go grab some paper bags. And normally I would say we could grab them from the warehouse. Yeah, why not? My button. Let's run in. Let's find ourselves 4 paper bag. Perfect. Nice. And grabbed 8, because why not? Back to the store. Oh, we definitely need more of the noise headphone. Wow. All right, we're gonna head out, head in, and open. And now I think this is a perfect time to call this one an episode. Now we worked on our factory a little bit more. We got a whole store up and running. If you guys like this episode, please like and subscribe. Please leave any comments with anything you would like to see. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.